All right, everybody. So today, right now, I'm going to watch, and I can only do this once, okay? I do this for you. But I'm watching the Turning Point USA Tour featuring Rob Schneider. I can't even say it with a straight face. But we're just going to go over some highlights and some clips. I want to hear what he said because, and also the soy pill, shout out to him, asked a pretty fucking funny question. I saw a clip of, so I was like, all right, I'll check this out. So, listen, hit the subscribe button. There will be membership things up soon, which I'm excited about. Yay, you guys helped me get there, which I'm really happy about. And when that's up, please click on one. Okay, because I am literally in the middle of moving to Chicago so that I can, because I currently live in LA, super, super expensive. I need to go back to Chicago so that I can afford to work a little less so that I can fight more, so that I can, one, not just make more content for you guys, but also to actually, like, I want to go out and be in the streets. So when I get to Chicago next month, I'm going straight to Broadview Ice Facility and I'm going to be filming and you know, doing interviews and watching what happens and reporting to you guys what happens. Like, I want to be more in it. But to do that, I need support because it's just me. So, and yeah, anywho. So, hit subscribe. Help your girl out. Fun to fight her. So, let's watch it. Turning Point USA Tour featuring Rob Schneider at UC Berkeley.
And we must change this. Now, the elites see us as mass irrationality that need to be controlled and manipulated. The government techniques are the same, only the crisis changes. The Red Scare of the Soviet Union was a crazy lie that they told students here in Berkeley at that time. They said, if there's a nuclear attack, duck and cover. Get under your desk, you'll be fine. I wonder how that worked out in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In California in 2020, Gavin Newsom, the governor of this great state, said, yes. He said, mask up between bites. Mask up between bites. He said that. What an idiot.
And Trump said you should inject yourself with bleach. Okay, just to even the scales here.
When they show you who they are, believe them, and Gavin Newsom is a gigantic buffoon. And he shows you. All right. Now, there is an attack. We're going to talk about this with my good friends who will be coming out here shortly. I want to introduce in a minute. There is an attack on Western civilization, and the United States really is the last bastion of hope for the free world. It really is. It really is. Let me just... Western civilization is under attack. Western Europe is bringing in people that hate them, and they're bringing them into their culture that they hate. And as Charlie Kirk said, if you do not assimilate, it is an invasion. And that's what we are experiencing. That Western Europe is gone. So, I would like to just tell a quick story about what happened to me about a famous actor.
That statement is wild to me. I don't know. I'm trying to mull it over. If you don't assimilate, it's an invasion. Assimilate to what, though? Here in America. Like, assimilate to what? Because the immigrants follow our laws more than Americans do. Like, assimilate to what? A lot of immigrants, they enjoy baseball, if that's what's American. Like, assimilate to what? And more than that, it's an invasion of what? Exactly. It's an invasion of what? I don't know. That statement, feels coded. Loaded.
I don't want to tell you the story because I want to leave it with hope because I have great hope and I have great faith. And like my father Paso, who's a terrific priest from Omaha, and he lives in Scottsdale, he said to me, Jesus already won. This is just a mop-up mission. Okay? The battle is won.
What does that mean?
Well, we must be on guard, all of us. We must fight. We must be courageous. And thank you for being courageous, each and every one of you, for coming here this evening. Thank you for your courage. Courage is required.
How is that courageous?
Now,
what is happening?
I was at a very liberal place for the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. I was in New York, and I got about the same response. But I wasn't there to talk about politics. I mean, I went there for 5 years. It was my, part of their history. They're part of my history, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm there, and, I didn't want to talk about politics, whatever, And they sat me next to Al Sharpton. It's like, well, how are you still alive, And then, and 2 rows in front of me, I see.
They always say, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm curious. Who brought it up?
Robert De Niro. I know. Well, Robert De Niro hates Trump, you know, and I love Trump. I mean, he's not perfect, but there's only been one perfect person in the history of the world. That's Jesus Christ. So, you know, we all fall short of the glory of God.
Okay, yeah, all right, let's buy into their God thing and say we do fall short. Okay, but how short does a person have to fall for you to then think maybe this isn't the person for leadership? Is it when they rape a kid? Is that enough? I don't know. I'm just wondering where the lines are drawn.
So anyways, but I don't want to bug him. I don't want him to I don't want him to ruin my night. I don't want to ruin his night. But hey, put your phones down for this one. Come on, be here for now. Just turn it down. Come on. Let's not, I'll put this on the internet later, okay? Please. Just be here. Be here for now. All right? You, put it down. Put it down.
So he just let us all know people aren't paying
now.
attention to him.
You're here. Be here. So anyway, at the end of the show, they do a very gracious thing where they invite everybody who's ever been a cast member, anybody ever hosted the show, they invite us all onto the stage for one final bow. You know, it's nice because we're probably never going to be there again. You know, some of the older people are going to die or whatever, you know. So, whatever. So, but the problem is the show's been on the air for 50 years. So we all get up. Everybody in the crowd's a cast member or used to host the show. So we all get up and, we start making our way to the stage, and Will Ferrell's pushing me. Oh, jeez, Will, come on. This De Niro's right there. I don't want, please, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this right now. So we start making our way to the stage.
Deal with what?
And finally, I'm right behind De Niro, right behind him,
So who's making it a big deal that De Niro and him are in the same room? He is right now.
And then finally, somebody pushes me into De Niro. And De Niro turns around and he's like,
This whole speech was to lead to him doing that face. He couldn't wait. This is it. This is his moment.
Schneider, how could you support that schmuck? Trump is a schmuck. How do you support that? He's turning the whole country into schmucks. Schneider, I thought you were smarter than that. And I swear to God, the only thing I could think of at the time was, Robert De Niro knows who I am.
That's literally what I was just thinking. Did he really call you Schneider? He knows who you are. And he called you Schneider and then had a conversation about Trump while everyone's just on stage to celebrate the 50th anniversary of SNL. That's what was happening? Okay. I don't believe this shit for a second. All these people come up with fake anecdotal stories so that they can just get to the bit so that he can do the face and be funny in front of TPUSA. It's all bullshit.
I swear to God, I looked right at him and I said, I love you. I love you. He's like, no, I really love you. I love you. I swear to God, he looked right at me and went like, okay. That's the only way to handle this. We're never going to be able to out-cancel the cancel culture. They're better at it than us. It's got to be through love.
He's at a TPUSA event talking to them about how they need to practice love. Bro, this is hilarious. Does he understand? No, he doesn't. This is the time. He doesn't know his audience.
You don't get a reward. You don't get a reward for loving your brother. You don't. You're supposed to. You get a reward for loving your enemy. Somebody who wants to destroy you. The people outside. You got to love them. And I love them. I wish them the best. I hope they come around.
I hope they come around to TPUSA's bigoted ways. I mean, does he understand the stage he's standing on? Does he not hear the things that... What the fuck? If this isn't a grift, then I don't know what the hell Rob Schneider is doing. He's lost his mind. And I'll say this. I like Rob Schneider in the movies and stuff like that. I grew up watching his movies. I think he was hilarious. But as a human, man, what's going on?
I do. Now, Charlie Kirk loved all of you and loved this country. Now, if I would have had time, I would have said to Mr. De Niro, Mr. De Niro, God picks people that we wouldn't pick.
What the fuck does that mean? Let's keep going.
God is a terrible casting agent. But God, who are we to question God? God has his reasoning, whatever. It's his reason. It's his reasoning. I said, look at King David. King David, a murderer, an adulterer, someone who coveted another man's wife. And God's like, yeah, I know. But he's my guy. God. That's who I want. He has the qualities of a leader that I need. It's the same thing with Moses. Look it up in the Bible. Moses, a stuttering shepherd. A stuttering shepherd.
Yeah, I know. He's got a little problem with his dad, but yeah, that's who I want.
But he stutters.
Yeah, I know, but he's my guy. Come.
Are we comparing a stutter to racism, homophobia, misogyny? Are we comparing a man who stuttered to a man who fucks children? Is that what we're doing right now, Rob? Is that what we're doing? That's what you're doing, right?
And if you think about it, that's why it took 9 different plagues before Moses was able to explain to the Pharaoh in Egypt what he wanted. Let my people go, fire flood, fire flies, famine, locust.
Does he know that a stutter doesn't mean that you're autistic? Why is he making it sound like this person's autistic? Or is that just him? Oh, it's just him.
Get that Jew out of here. He's spitting all over me. And it's the same thing with Donald Trump. God, hey, God.
Trump's my guy. That's who I want.
What?
Yeah, that's who I want.
The child rapist? Yeah, that's who I want. The guy who doesn't pay his taxes and fucks everyone else out of their money? Yeah, that's who I want. You mean the guy who used to redline black people and not let them rent their apartments because of the color of their skin? Yeah, that's who I want.
God, he's been really disrespectful to women.
Yeah, I know, but that's my guy.
But he's called women pigs.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
That's the one he goes to. Right, okay. Not all the other shit. The guy who bombs Venezuelan boats that are just turning out to be fishermen? Yeah, okay. The guy who does no due process and now people are being raped in El Salvador when they are not actual criminals? Yeah, that guy. Rob Schneider's retarded. And I know a lot of you don't like that word, and I get it. I don't really like it either, but at this point right now it applies, okay? I mean, what the fuck?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love you. 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 I do. God bless you. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. I love you.
Blessing them with what? Blessing them with what? Representation that took the SNAP program away from them and their Medicaid and their veterans benefits and the pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels? What are they being blessed with right now? The lack of due process? The covering up of a child pedophile ring? What the fuck are they being blessed with? Your shitty comedy? Okay. We heard his little dog and pony show. Now here's the Q&A portion. I'm so curious to hear what these kids are going to ask, and I can't wait to hear the guidance they get from Rob Schneider. The guy who didn't realize that fedoras went out in 2008.
Near you.
So okay, if you disagree, you go to the front of the line.
If you disagree, you go to the front of the line. Okay. This guy's not going to disagree a lot. I see a Trump hat. Yes. Okay. Somebody coming? You can do it. Yes. I love your hat, man.
Thank you. I really respect what you said.
Oh my god, okay, this is Soy. Okay, so this is Soy Phil. Anyway, he and I are in the same Discord together, but I saw this clip already. I'm dead. Watch.
About all the love thing as an Antifa person, so thank you, Rob. My question for you is,
yes.
Last month you tweeted out that children didn't get sick when you were a kid, so there weren't children's hospitals.
Yeah,
So my question is, does your wife firewall block Google, or are you just unfathomably retarded?
That's a good question. I don't think I'm extremely retarded, but I would say my level of retardation is about your level of intolerance. It's about the same. Yeah. And it's interesting. I'm going to stand up for this, since you're standing up like that, is this. And I like...
So, if he thinks that he's really intolerant, then he's saying he's really retarded. Or he's not that retarded, and that guy isn't that intolerant. You boys need to work on your arguments.
Your goofy hat. It really is going to do well. You're never going to get laid, but it's a beautiful hat. Here's the thing.
I don't know. He's kind of cute.
According to a 2013 statistic, 54% of Americans' children at least suffer from one chronic illness. That's over half. And if you don't care about that, then you don't care about the future of this country. We have children now with rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, childhood diabetes. We have children with chronic inflammation. We have peanut allergies. They never used to, when I was a kid on a plane, they never said, sorry, can you take your peanuts? We have a peanut. We did because we didn't have peanut allergies. So what I said with that tweet was to get morons.
So maybe we should actually start looking into what's happening to our food then, because if we didn't have peanut allergies before, then what is actually changing it? Maybe it's the composition of our food. Maybe there are things going into it we don't know about. I mean, there are other variables to take into play here. That's stupid. Like, the things they want to focus on are not the things that are going to change the problems.
To come and ask questions like you did. Thank you very much. Because let me tell you, if you don't realize that Americans are sick, and that we need to get our Americans healthy, then you are part of the problem. And I will say that when I was a kid, yes, there were, but there was not a proliferation of children's hospitals like there is now. And I guarantee you...
But we also have more children now, Rob, right? The population grew. Also, more diseases have come into play, like cancer and whatnot. Like, we have more of everything.
There was not a proliferation of sick children and obesity. In this country, we have 40% of Americans are obese. Obese, the technical term meaning that
Including
their body
our president.
fat is obvious. We can see it. But if we don't get healthy, nothing else will matter. So thank you for your question.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Good luck with everything. I wish you well.
Hello, Mr. Schneider.
Thank you.
My name is Jackie Jones.
Hi.
I am a current UC Berkeley student. I am actually the co-president of one of the comedy clubs on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I grew up watching all of your movies, and now I've actually just transitioned to watching you more on Kill Tony. So
Thank you.
I've seen you on like a very PG level with Big Daddy, and now I'm hearing you with Tony Hinchcliffe saying things I probably shouldn't say right now.
Yeah.
But,
I know. Charlie hated my language. He hated it. He told me that too. But he still loved me and still invited me because he knew that I was getting...
Because they were like best friends. I am so tired of people coming out of the woodwork talking about how they just like loved Charlie and we had this great relationship. And I doubt that Charlie Kirk gave a shit about his language. We're talking about a guy who said awful things. What the fuck? This is a chance for Rob to be like, yeah, we had a great relationship and he really loved me. So all of you should also love me. Okay.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, son.
All right, so my name is Mason. I'm a 13-year-old boy. So I want to get into politics when I'm older, and I'm a Christian. What advice do you have that I can blend those two?
Don't. You don't blend the
I'll
two.
tell you, I'll say what John Adams said. John Adams was a doctor, he was an attorney, and he was a lawyer. He was an incredible, and he was the second president of the United States. He thought the highest thing that you could do was to serve as a politician, to serve the people. So thank you for wanting to do that. You'll be a good one.
Thank you.
No one answered
Yes.
the question.
Hi, I have a question for all four of you.
No one answered it.
In America, and I assume so in England, we have a problem with veterans and homelessness and mental illness. What are we doing as a society to help them? On the left, I see disrespect towards veterans in our culture where men can't talk and talk about their feelings as our military
It's the right
is majorly
who's
men.
taking away their
But on the
benefits.
Right, we make an abortion is a big issue, and I disagree with abortion in general. But what are we doing to keep the people that are already here, that have fought for our freedoms here and on this earth?
Well, we have to take care of our veterans, otherwise this country's soul will rot. We need to take care of people who are protecting this country. So that we're doing better. This country.
So we cut their fucking benefits. That's why we're ratting. This is insane. Sorry I'm eating, but I'm so hungry right now. I just can't wait. And I'm in the middle of this. I'm not stopping because, again, it's happening only one time.
Administration specifically is doing better, but we have to help. I mean, there used to be in World War I, there was a thing called shell shock, and then it was like, now it's down to post-traumatic stress syndrome. These are really tough things that these people come back from what they've had to endure. These are your neighbors. And I would just like to say this too, slight off subject. We need to figure out a way to include everybody to do what they can do for this country, not what this country can do for you. We need to put in a voluntary system of university students, and we need 2 years of your life. Dedicated. You want to do the military, you want to serve overseas, you want to help people. We need you to do that. We can't just have a group of people that's selective service and then just send people over, everybody. So when there is a conflict internationally, everyone's son and daughter is potentially going to be sent there. And that will make us all think twice about some other war that we don't want to get tangled in.
He wants your kids to have to do 2 years in the army. What country does that sound like to you? Okay? A lot of kids come from other countries because it's either you go to college or you go to the military. It's one of the two. None of this you're going to get a job or have your fucking gap year or whatever the fuck. Rob Schneider. He likes a dictator.
Some other war that we don't want to get tangled in. Thank you.
As I want to mention one thing as a veteran, and that is every country has to have both a force that will protect them from evil outside the country, that's what the military is about, and a force that will protect people from evil inside the country. That's the essential primary purpose of government, to protect innocent people from evil and punish wrongdoers. Biblically, that's Romans 13. James Madison, who wrote our Constitution, said if men were angels, no government would be necessary. We need a government, and a good government, to protect innocent people from evil. Here's my question to you. I don't know the answer to it. We have limited resources in this country to take care of people. Are we spending more money on people who shouldn't be here than we are on our own veterans?
Yeah, like gender reaffirming.
The right cut veterans benefits. What the fuck am I hearing? And also, are we spending money on immigrants here that also pay taxes? They buy shit, so they add to the economy. Or maybe we should not be giving Argentina $40 billion or fueling the genocide in Gaza. Like, there are other places our money goes to that's even more unnecessary and also more damaging to this country and the world. The fuck kind of stupid shit is that?
Care.
Well, not just that. I'm talking about illegal immigration.
In this state. Now,
so that shouldn't be. Every country should take care of their own first.
Yeah.
That's why we have countries. That's why God set up borders.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, Peter.
Yeah, I have a very quick book recommendation by Michael Schellenberger, as it's appropriate, called San Francisco.
God didn't set up borders. He just said that's why God set up borders. What? What borders? Okay, that's it. I'm done. I can't continue anymore. I'm over it. We know how this ends. It goes down like the Titanic. Well, this is the Putting You On pod. I put you on. That's Rob Schneider. And the rabbit hole he went down with TPUSA. Jesus Christ. Anywho, I hope all of you have a great day. Please stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm going to post some stuff of like what's actually happening, not just this garbage. I'm a little over it. Anywho, have a great day. Have a great day. Fuck me, hit subscribe. Damn it. I always forget to say that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Jesus.